Alrighty, my name's Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Jason. And we are the Yahoo and the Torah channel, and we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us, for joining us. It is a Shavuot, which is a festival. It is a feast time. It is a time when we have received the Ten Commandments back in the days. And for those who are celebrating today, much love to you guys. And for those who celebrated last week, much love to you guys. And for those who aren't celebrating, we hope that you guys will celebrate it. And we got much love to you guys as well. And there are times and there are things that we are told we need to keep, that we need to observe, that our Creator has told us to. And that is one of them. And so that is in the Torah, which the Torah is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And inside that Torah, you will find the guides to life, and you will find everything that you guys are looking for, which is hopefully the kingdom path. And that kingdom path is not only a path with only a Messiah, which is who most people call Jesus, but his name is Yahushua. But that path is involved, and it takes all of us keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And if we are not in covenant with our Creator, then we do not take part of the kingdom covenant. And so we are in the book of Adam and Eve, Aḍam and Ḥawwah. And gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Good.
Everyone alive?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. And begins, chapter 11, verse 1. Then Aḍam and Ḥawwah felt themselves burning with thirst and heat and sorrow. And Aḍam said to Ḥawwah, "We shall not drink of this water, even if we were to die. O Ḥawwah, when this water comes into our inner parts, it will increase our punishments, and that of our children that shall come after us." Both Aḍam and Ḥawwah then withdrew from the water, and drank none of it at all, but came and entered the cave of treasures. But when in it, Aḍam could not see Ḥawwah. He only heard the noise she made. Neither could she see Aḍam, but heard the noise he made. And from a time perspective on this, they haven't even been out of the garden one day when this has taken place, because this is going to be what we're running into is their very first night that they have never seen this before. And so I think that we could safely assume that they were expelled probably at the beginning of the day, or when their sun was up, when it was there, and they had a full day. And so already the adventures and the madness that they have ensued and encountered has been only the course of one day. And so it seems as if they've fallen dead several times already, like 5 times already. And anyone have anything on that?
Not really, no. I mean, they did a lot happened to them the first day, a lot of sorrow for them.
Yeah,
They got their house on the first day. They a lot of things happened. Like they died a few times the first day.
Yeah, and they have not been in their house at night. That is the thing. They have not been overnight in this house. Okay.
And I don't think they had darkness in the garden, so this is a whole new thing. I think the sun was always shining. I don't think there was need to sleep or whatever in the garden.
Yep, absolutely.
So this is a little new to them, having to sleep in like darkness.
Yeah, or even the entire act of sleeping, because I don't believe they slept as of yet, except when they fell over dead. Okay, 5. Then Aḍam wept in deep affliction and smote upon his breast, and he arose and said to Ḥawwah, "Where art thou?" And she said unto him, "Lo, I am standing in this darkness." He then said to her, "Remember the bright nature in which we lived, while we abode in the garden? O Ḥawwah, remember the glory that rested on us in the garden. O Ḥawwah, remember the trees that overshadowed us in the garden while we moved among them. O Ḥawwah, remember that while we were in the garden, we knew neither night nor day. Think of the tree of life, from below which flowed the water, and that shed luster over us. Remember, O Ḥawwah, the garden land and the brightness thereof. Think of that garden in which was no darkness while we dwelt therein. Whereas no sooner did we come into this cave of treasures than darkness compassed us round about, until we can no longer see each other, and all the pleasure of this life has come to an end." All right, thoughts?
All he want to remember the garden, and that's all he wants to do is be back in the garden, but he can't go back now.
Yeah, and that's the thing about life is sometimes we end up in situations and end up places where you can never go back. You can never ever go back, and that is why situational awareness is very important, because we can change our entire course of everything, and we are unable to ever change it back. We can do things that will end up, especially out here in the jungles, that can end up having us killed. Every single day is a danger to this. And that's Miss Nicole over there smashing tortillas down or something of the sort, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and so let's continue on. Chapter 12, verse 1. Then Aḍam smote upon his breast, he and Ḥawwah, and they mourned the whole night until dawn drew near. And they sighed over the length of the night in Mizia. And I don't know what Mizia is. And Aḍam beat himself and threw himself on the ground in the cave from bitter grief and because of the darkness, and lay there as dead. But Ḥawwah heard the noise he made in falling upon the earth, and she felt about for him with her hands, and found him like a corpse. Then she was afraid, speechless, and remained by him. But the merciful Yahuwah looked on the death of Aḍam, and on Ḥawwah's silence from fear of the darkness. And the word of Elohim came unto Aḍam, and raised him from his death, and opened Ḥawwah's mouth that she might speak. Then Aḍam rose in the cave and said, O Elohim, wherefore has light departed from us, and darkness came over us? Wherefore dost thou leave us in this long darkness? Why wilt thou plague us thus? And this darkness, O Yahuwah, where was it ere it came upon us? It is such that we cannot see each other. For so long as we were in the garden, we neither saw nor even knew what darkness is. I was not hidden from Ḥawwah, neither was she hidden from me until now, that she cannot see me, and no darkness came upon us to separate us from each other. But she and I were both in one bright light. I saw her and she saw me. Yet now since we came into this cave, darkness has come upon us, and parted us asunder, so that we do not see her, and she does not see me. O Yahuwah, when wilt thou then plague us with this darkness? Thoughts, Eli?
They're just like really afraid of the dark.
Yeah. Is there anybody who's not afraid of the dark?
I don't think so. I think at some point we're all afraid of the dark, and I mean, see what happens when you sin and you break the commands. Before, we have a chance of repentance, but if you don't turn back the commands and do it, you're going to end up like this in some place worse than this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is where we have 120 years to figure out this life's path, to where eternity is either going to be in the bright light, where there's probably no darkness, or it's going to be in a place of gloom, doom, and where the worms eat you all the time, and it's not going to be a pleasant time. All right, let's continue on. Verse 1. Then when Elohim, who is merciful and full of pity, heard Aḍam's voice, he said unto him, O Aḍam, so long as the good messenger was obedient to me, a bright light rested on him and his hosts. But when he transgressed my commandment, I deprived him of that bright nature, and he became dark. And when he was in the heavens, in the realm of light, he knew not of darkness. But he transgressed, and I made him fall from Shemaim upon the earth, and it was this darkness that came upon him. And on thee, O Aḍam, while in my garden and obedient to me, did that bright light rest also. But when I heard thy transgression, I deprived thee of that bright light. Yet of my mercy I did not turn thee into darkness, but I made thee thy body of flesh, over which I spread the skin, in order that it may bear cold and heat. If I had let my wrath fall heavily on thee, I should have destroyed thee. And had I turned thee into darkness, it would have been as if I killed thee. But in my mercy, I have made thee as thou art. When thou didst transgress my commandment, O Aḍam, I drove thee from the garden, and made thee come forth into this land, and commanded thee to dwell in this cave. And darkness came upon thee, as it did upon him who transgressed my commandment. All right. So what is the bottom line here? What is he saying?
Basically, he's like, I didn't kill you after you breaking my command. I just gave you as a punishment. I didn't completely destroy you. I kicked you out of the garden.
Yeah, and we get a little bit more of a understanding of the life of Hasatan, right? Prior to his fall, he was in the brightness, right? He was in the light, and I guess the first thing that he figured out was what darkness was. And for us, it is, darkness. Anyone can say they're not scared of the dark, but if you didn't have any light whatsoever and no form of it, it's going to terrify you. And that's what these guys were in, and folks should understand that they were there's no light at all. And I don't know if there was probably not even a full moon or any kind of moon whatsoever that they were able to see at that time, because it was complete darkness. And when you are in a new place, you are in a new environment, when your senses are completely out of whack because you don't understand what's going on around you. And again, they were born as adults, and they did not have the same experience that we do. And, being in the darkness like that is extremely scary. And So that's part of where their fears were lying. All right. Where did I end at 9?
Yes, around 10.
Okay. Thus, O Aḍam, has this night deceived thee? It is not to last forever, but it is only 12 hours. When it is over, daylight will return. Sigh not, therefore neither be moved, and say not in thy heart that this darkness is long and drags on wearily. And say not in thy heart that I plague thee with it. Strengthen thy heart, and be not afraid. This darkness is not a punishment, but, O Aḍam, I have made the day, and have placed the sun in it to give light, in order that thou and thy children should do your work. For I knew thou shouldest sin and transgress, and come out into this land. Yet would I not force thee, nor be heard upon thee, nor shut up, nor doom thee through thy fall, nor through thy coming out from light into darkness, nor yet though thy coming from the garden into this land. For I made thee of the light, and I willed to bring out children of light from thee, and like unto thee. But thou didst not keep one day my commandment, until I had finished the creation and blessed everything in it. Then I commanded thee concerning the tree, that thou eat not thereof. Yet I knew that Satan would deceive himself, who deceived himself, would also deceive thee. So I made known to thee by means of the tree, not to come near him. And I told thee not to eat of the fruit thereof, nor to taste it, nor yet to sit under it, nor to yield to it. Had I not spoken to thee, O Aḍam, concerning the tree, and had I left thee without a commandment, and thou hadst sinned, it would have been an offense on my part. For not having given thee any order, thou wouldest turn round and blame me for it. But I commanded thee, and warned thee, and thou didst fall, so that my creatures cannot blame me, but the blame rests on them alone. And, I'd like to discuss that little part right there, because we live in the world of commandment breaking people. Nobody cares about it. When you read scriptures from the front of the scriptures all the way to the end, and not even reading these extracurricular books, it is all about obedience. It is all about that we need to align our lives with the Torah, that we need to find our path through that little tiny narrow gate and avoid the wide path that leads to destruction. And we can't turn to the left, and we can't turn to the right. And when we do that, we are transgressing the Torah. And it only took one commandment breaking, actually two of them to get tossed out of the garden. And we live in a world and in a life where many of us go every single day and we break commandments over and over and over. And that's Mr. Cole again, doing the kitchen stuff. So we have been told to keep the commandments. It says from the very beginning of the book to the end of the book, not to disobey the Creator. And our Creator is not going to be blamed for this. The blame rests on us. The creatures of Yah have to blame. We have to take account for all of this. And we cannot sit there and point at our Creator and go, oh, you didn't tell us, because He told us. We have scriptures. We can't say that we didn't know, because if any of you ever hear anything even on this channel, this is all we talk about, is that you need to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what this life is all about. And so people have been told. People have Bibles. There's Bibles all over the place. It is up to the people to figure out if they want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. But our Creator cannot be blamed at all for any of this. He has told us, and he has done the job of a parent, a very good job of a parent, and has made us very aware of this. Any of you guys have anything?
Nope.
Eli, you have anything?
No.
Nothing. Kate? Nada. All right, let's continue on. But I commanded thee and warned thee, and thou didst fall, so that my creatures cannot blame me, but the blame rests on them alone. And O Aḍam, I have made the day for thee, and for thy children after thee, for them to work and toil therein. And I have made the night for them to rest in it from their work, and for the beasts of the field to go forth by night and seek their food. But little of darkness now remains, O Aḍam, and daylight will soon appear. All right, let's do 14. I think we will call it this one. And this is an interesting one that we can very much discuss. And I see a typo there because it starts at 14 instead of 1. So we'll have to get that one in. Okay, verse 1. Then Aḍam said unto Elohim, O Yahuwah, take thou my soul, and let me not see this gloom anymore, or remove me to some place where there is no darkness. But Elohim said to Aḍam, Verily I say unto thee, This darkness will pass from thee. Every day I have determined for thee, until the fulfillment of my covenant, when I will save thee and bring thee back again into the garden, into the abode of light that thou longest for, wherein is no darkness. I will bring thee to it in the kingdom of Shemaim. And again, Elohim said unto Aḍam, all this misery that thou hast made to take upon thee because of thy transgression will not free thee from the hand of Satan, and will not save thee. But I will, when I come down from the Shemaim, and shall become flesh of thy seed, and take upon me the infirmity from which thou sufferest. Then the darkness that came upon thee in this cave shall come upon me in the grave, when I am in the flesh of thy seed. And I, who am without years, shall be subject to the reckoning of years, of times, of months, and of days. And I shall be reckoned as one of the sons of men in order to save thee. And Elohim ceased to commune with Aḍam. Now, the Trinitarians would probably take this right here and go, this is it. This is our case right here. Our Creator says he's coming down from the Shemaim and he's going to make himself part of the humanity, and this is it. This is the proof that we're looking for. What answers or what response would we say to this, gentlemen?
That he sends down his Torah, that he never died.
Yeah, and is the son of Elohim, if you're sending down your son, if in your place, if you are sending down a piece of you, it is not you, right? It is a piece of you. But when your sons go through the same problem, when your family goes through problems, it affects everyone, right? It is not a easy thing. If the son of the Creator is to die, do you think it's going to hurt the heart, mind, and soul of our Creator?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be crushed. He's going to be broken, and he's going to have to go through a tremendous amount of pain and discomfort, and it's not going to be good. And so this is not one of these things that is, oh, okay, well, this is the Trinity, because it is very, very, very clear. You can read in Deuteronomy 6, our Elohim is one. And sorry, guys, got our kitchen crew in there pounding away again. And this is where we need to very much get reconciled with our Creator and figure out that we only have 120 years to make this happen. And if we are sitting here stuck in the oneness religion, where we believe that our Creator and His Son and the Ruach HaKodesh, and it's all one giant egg, that is a problem. You have to go back to where that came from, and that came from the 325 AD in the Creed of Nicaea. It is all a Catholicism thing. It came from the Catholic Church. It came from a whole bunch of priests, and they all decided this was their new way they were going to look at things, and they're the ones that started this. And nobody ever thought of this. Nobody ever believed it. And now it's part of mainstream doctrine, and everybody has this oneness doctrine. But now, getting back to the final point on this, is that the creatures are not to blame the Creator, because the Creator has equipped us with everything that we need to figure this out. He gave us intelligence. He gave us life. He gave us a brain. He gave us all sorts of things that we are able to do great and wonderful things. And part of those great and wonderful things is we are able to understand what the Torah is about. And it's not a mystery. When you read the Torah, it is not a mystery at all. It is a mystery to those in organized religions, because nobody reads the Scriptures. They only have this one guy that sits there on a pulpit and tells everybody what to believe, how to believe, and it is a disgrace when you actually listen to real Scriptures, or when you read real Scriptures. It's nothing like that at all. And so we are called to be obedient to our Creator, and that will always be the message of the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. That will always be the message of Boss Clan. And it is always the message of Scriptures, right? This is nothing new, right? We are not sitting here, speaking anything new. This has been in Scriptures since the beginning of time. And we are simply reiterating it to a world that doesn't read Scriptures and doesn't seem to care about our Creator, and just doesn't seem to care at all. And so this is us, and we hope that you guys will seek our Creator where He is able to be found. He is able to be found in the Torah of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And He's also able to be found in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's a 9-book combo that when you take those 9 books, the entire process and the entire Scriptures comes to life. But without if you only take one half of either side, it doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense. You don't have the full story. And even if you took the Torah, it does make a lot of sense. But then we need our Melchizedek priest. We need our perfect sacrifice, the one that was able to come and walk the Torah perfectly, and is our king. And our king is coming back soon. And so it is time that we are walking this walk and walking this path. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We're out.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.